Hi everybody, it's your old pal Chuck, and today we're back with another G.I. Joe review. Today, it's from the Dollar General line, Snake Eyes. As you can see, Snake Eyes, um, this version is based on the classic version 4 Snake Eyes. I think I got that right. This was the one who was the Mountaineer, came with this great backpack that, you know, launched a spring-loaded grappling hook, had a place to store his swords and stuff. Well, this figure looks like that version, but sadly, all he comes with is the sword, and it's a great sword. Very nice. Has a nice thick handle. Uh, Snake Eyes, if you remember from the 25th anniversary on up, has had somewhat of a spotty history in terms of swords that he's able to hold, and at least this time he came with one that he was. Unfortunately, there is no way to store it on the body. Now, getting to the body, um, the torso I know is from the Wave 3 25th anniversary Snake Eyes. And I can tell because it has the big hole in the chest where his little hand daggers would go. Other than that, I'm not really sure where the other parts came from. It could be a complete repaint, but I can tell you that the head is new. Um, in terms of articulation, you have a ball jointed head, pin and socket shoulders, um, pin and socket elbows, 90-degree bend with rotation. Standard wrist swivel, none of the extra articulation due to this being coming from an older body mold. There is an ab crunch, but it is blocked by the web gear. You do have, so, I mean, there is some movement, but you'll basically only get it from the waist. Ball jointed waist, double jointed knees with full 90-degree bend, and then standard ankle articulation. There is no forward and back, but there's no pivot or anything. I did want to point out with the legs here, something you might notice. And there's this very unique curve to them. So it's like, I've heard this referred to as the hero pose, where it's like his chest is pushing out more. I actually don't remember a Snake Eyes ever coming with that. And when you bend the legs out, you can see just how the knee was connected to the joints differently, and it's supposed to be like that. I mean that is straight, but it really doesn't. Once you start bending it around, you really don't notice. Um, you get the articulation stuff, but it is a little odd. Um, Let me just pause, and I'll give you a nice close-up look at his head. The real selling point of this figure is the new head sculpt, which we saw, I do believe, at JoeCon 2012 as a prototype with a whole bunch of unused heads. So we kind of had the idea that this figure might be coming, we just didn't know where or how. You can also see the hole in its chest from the version 3 torso. I actually never had this version of Snake Eyes. My only Snake Eyes was the version 3. So, I mean, I was basically, I had a Snake Eyes, that's good enough. But this is a very unique figure. I'm a little disappointed that he only came with the sword. I think in this case, having him come with like a machine gun or something would have been a little better, because his overall body design um, works more for the Commando than the Ninja. With all the versions of Snake Eyes that have been released since the 25th anniversary, there's a lot for collectors to choose from to be their definitive Snake Eyes. I think the recently released Ultimate Snake Eyes fits the bill. I really don't think anyone would consider this version of Snake Eyes to be their Snake Eyes, which is disappointing. As I mentioned but previously, I feel this figure tends to skew more towards the Commando than the Ninja, and I wish his accessories reflected that. At this point, you'll probably would have an easier time finding the repaint done in more of a green and tan design than this blue and black version if you were to walk into a Dollar General or other third chain or whatever level store it is, Dollar General, Dollar World, the dollar stores. If you do want to get this version, I hate to say it, but a lot of these Dollar General figures tend to go for a pretty penny on the aftermarket. You might get lucky though, since Snake Eyes repaints, especially non-traditional ones, tend to not command a lot of money. This is your old pal Chuck for Snake Eyes. We'll see you next time.